Hey everyone, welcome to Q&A. So Sophia writes, how do you stand out in the job interview process? Well, that's a great question, Sophia. I assume you mean stand out in the sense that you stand out as the candidate that they should hire, as opposed to standing out as being the most memorable, because there really isn't too much of a correlation between the most memorable candidate and the one that ends up being hired. Like, for example, you could show up at a job interview drunk and throw up all over the table and then pass out on the floor. And that would stand out, but I don't think that's what we're going for here. So how to stand out as the best candidate to be hired? Well, depending on what company and what industry and what level you're at, and what hiring manager you're dealing with, they're looking for different things. And like I stated briefly in my regular videos, there are stated job requirements and then there are hidden job requirements. And the stated job requirements, these are the ones that are in the job description. So when you look at the job posting under qualifications, it'll say, you need this education, you need 5 years experience in this, and you need this skill. Those are the stated job requirements. So you can prepare for those. The hidden job requirements, these are things that the hiring manager in particular is looking for, but they intentionally don't disclose it. For example, let's say you're hiring for a sales type position. You're looking for a salesperson. And let's say the hiring manager is looking for a person that has a very strong personality and won't take no for an answer. Now, as you can imagine, if they stated this and they wrote this into the job posting, everyone who, what's going to happen? Everyone who shows up for the interview is going to come across as a strong personality, and they'll come across as a person who won't take no for an answer. And the hiring manager knows that some of those people are being genuine and some of them are faking it so that they can pass the interview. So that's the reason why, the hidden job requirements are kept hidden, because presumably the candidates will be more natural and presumably you'll be able to better assess them. The other thing is that the hidden job requirements are always changing. So, for example, if you were hiring for an accounting position, and you're going to hire an accountant to work in an accounting department of 200 other accountants, maybe in that case, the hiring manager is looking for somebody who is quiet and introverted and, does what they're told and doesn't complain too much. Those would be the hidden job requirements for that position. So it shows how they're always changing. So they're always changing and they're not disclosed. So there's no way to know what these are. I suppose the only way would be is if you knew the hiring manager personally and you knew their biases and their preferences and their philosophy. But 99% of people are not in that situation. So these are unknowable and they're always changing. So you can see how there's a certain amount of serendipity to this process. The people that end up being hired, they end up just happening to have this thing that the hiring manager just happens to be looking for, and the two just line up. It's just pure chance. So beyond the basic qualifications, if you have all the qualifications, stated qualifications, trying to meet the hidden requirements, there's a fair amount of probability, random probability involved. So recognizing this, okay, there's a couple of things we can do. First of all, if you want to stand out as the most qualified candidate, do all the boring stuff. Get a good resume, work on your resume, get it together. Then do a lot of preparation for the job interview. I've done lots of videos on how to answer a lot of the more common questions. Learn those, study up on, behavioral-based questions and all that kind of stuff. Build some success stories so that when you get in the interview, you can You can demonstrate to them your value and your abilities. And then beyond that, all the hidden stuff, take your best guess, okay? And if you don't know, just be natural, okay? Because that way, if you get hired for the right reasons. And if you end up not getting hired, it never would have worked out anyway, so it's not really that big of a loss. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'd recommend to stand out. So I hope that helps. I like getting intelligent questions like this. You guys can contact me on Facebook, YouTube, email, whatever suits your fancy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, brush your teeth, never reheat a casserole more than 3 times. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Take care.